Hi there, I'm Dr. Deb Slota, owner of Bike and Body in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm here today to tell you about some movements that you can do to make your back feel a little bit better. Most of us have back pain in our life at some point or another, and it's nice to have a go-to set of movements or exercises that might give us some relief. So here we go. Okay. One thing that commonly happens when you have back pain is that your pelvis forgets how to move and everything locks up at the low back area. So one really good thing to do is to get in a hands and knees position. And this position is really beneficial for a back that hurts because it unweights the spine. It takes gravity off of the spine and allows you to restore your motion that way. So hands and knees have a normal low back curve to start, meaning just a little bit of a dip at the bottom, okay? And then what I want you to do is practice arching at your low back, okay? And then along with that, you're gonna look up to the ceiling, and then you're gonna go the other way. So you're gonna tuck your chin, and now you're gonna tuck your tailbone, and you're gonna arch up. Okay? In yoga, this is very yoga based, okay? This is called the cat-cow in yoga. Okay? And back down. Again, what we're doing here is we're gently restoring motion to a spine that is locked up in response to pain, okay? So that's the first thing I like to do with my clients if they're in a lot of pain. The second thing, in the same position, is going to be a little wiggle side to side, okay? So it's going to be basically you're leaning your butt to the left and then you're leaning your butt to the right. Okay? Notice that I'm still starting in that neutral position, okay? So I've got a normal low back curve, just a little bit of a curve at the bottom, okay? And then from there, we're going to tilt the hips to the right and then tilt the hips to the left, okay? So what this does is it helps restore a normal side-to-side motion, okay? The first one was more of a front to back pelvic tilting, and this other one was a side-to-side, okay? So after you restore a little bit of mobility, what you want to do is actually fire some of the muscles that stabilize, that appropriately stabilize the spine, okay? Those have likely not been able to do their job because pain has been getting in the way. So you can do two versions of this. One easier version, if you are in a lot of pain, would be to, again, start in a neutral position here. You're going to lift a left hand and then lift your right knee. And just hold that for about 3 to 5 seconds. And you should feel all your core stabilizers turn on. All right, mostly in the front. You should feel some back as well. Okay. And then put it down, and you're going to do the other side, okay? If you find this to be too easy for yourself, and you're able to keep a neutral spine, and you're not having to compensate and tilt side to side when you do it, you can totally move on to the next step, which would be a full-on arm out, and then leg back, okay? This obviously requires a little bit more stability, a little bit more balance. But if this first one, if you've got it, you can move on to the full-on, what we call bird dog. Okay. There we go. So next, after that, a really, really good thing to do, also yoga-based, is to come into a child's pose. So you're going to still start in that hands and knees position. Bring your rear end down. Walk your hands out a little bit. And if you can, rest your forehead on the ground. That's fantastic. If not, you can use a fist or two. Okay? You can always do that. All right? You can always use a pillow back here too if you can't get your rear end to your heels. That's totally okay. So same goes for the ankles. If you need something underneath the ankles because your ankles don't flex that far, that's okay. So make sure you use props as you need to, just like they say in yoga. All right? So again, we're starting here. We've got the cat and cow. All right? And then we've got the side-to-side movements. Okay? And And then we've got the alternating arm and leg lift, progressing to the bird dog, okay? And then going into the child's pose. So, if your back is uncomfortable, achy, sore, try that. Let me know how it goes. It usually gives some relief to my clients. Of course, there's other work to be done after that, so contact your local physical therapist, or if you happen to be in the southeastern Wisconsin area, give Bike and Body a call.